folks. Fenway Park here in Boston on a fine Thursday evening for baseball. Tonight, the finale of this 4-game set between the Minnesota Twins and the Boston Red Sox. Red Sox baseball is next. Stephen Wright is ready to go as he'll be on the hill for Boston. HR, what's the word on him?
Well, Matt, as I look at this game, there's one number that jumps out to me. Opposing right-handed batters have hit under 200. He has dominated them. So I know he's looking at this lineup and figuring out who are the guys I can get out. And I right now look right at those right-handed hitters.
Leading off tonight
so digging in now, Byron Buxton. And the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. And we are underway from Fenway as the first pitch of the night is taken for ball one. One and 0 pitch on the way. And the curveball induces a big swing and a miss. Temperature was in the 70s earlier today, but 59 at game time tonight. And when that thing's doing that, forget it. It's 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a high pop up. Right is there for it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. And now here's a look at the Minnesota Twins starting lineup. What's the key for them if they want to split this series, HR?
Well, Matt, they're not going to run. I mean, they don't put a lot of pressure on you trying to steal bases. They'll take the extra base if they need to, but they don't run much. They're a team that sits there. They're going to be a lot base to base, rely a lot on the power. This is a total contrast to what we've been seeing throughout the league the last couple of years.
Ready now, Eddie Rosario. His career numbers against Stephen Wright, 1 for 6. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. And set up behind the plate is Joe McDonald as you see the rest of our umpiring crew in this one.
Well, Matt, Joey Mack's been pretty good. He's a standard, basic umpire. Doesn't miss a whole lot. At the end of the day, though, he's pretty ordinary.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Betts has a read on it. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Batting third, second baseman, Brian Dozier.
Standing in, Brian Dozier. And he's hoping to get things going at the plate. It's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. Bounced on the ground and right at the shifted infielders. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Down go the Twins in order. Now the Red Sox will get their shot. No score. Hector Santiago gets the starting nod for the Twins. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
Digging in, Xander Bogaerts. First shot for him here as he comes in currently leading the junior circuit in hitting.
Xander Bogaerts.
hard on the ground towards short. That gets through, and he'll start the inning off with a base hit. So we'll see if they have something in the works here with the leadoff hitter aboard and a guy that can really handle the bat in the number 2 spot.
Second baseman, Dustin Pedroia.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. And he enters play today, currently 5th in the American League in hitting. First offering on its way. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, back-to-back balls hit hard to start their bottom half of the first here. No wonder they were hustling off the field. Maybe they knew something we didn't know. They came to hit this game.
Here's Mookie Betts. His average for the year sits in the 280s entering play. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Shoots this one over to first. And he whips on it as this ball's right under his glove.
Well, that's a big hit right there. You might be wondering why they hold the runner up. Now you have bases loaded. Anytime you have no outs, you don't want to force that guy to be thrown out. Now you put the pressure on the defense with the bases loaded.
Standing in, Hanley Ramirez. Entering play, he's currently 6th in the American League in runs batted in, but with a chance to add to that total right here. And now everybody's running. Pitch is a ball. And he is toast out there as they apply the tag for the out. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. On to Lansdowne and gone. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left, and even 20 home runs for him now thus far, as the Red Sox have moved out 3-0.
Well, they were smart not to challenge him with a fastball, but it didn't matter. He's their big dog for a reason, so he waited, stayed back, and absolutely exploded through the zone on that one.
Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. And we take a look at the Twins as they begin play here tonight. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, Matt, the series didn't start the way they wanted to. Clearly, you lose the first 2 games, then you win yesterday. That's why a win today gives you a split. You salvage the series.
Dozier fields it cleanly. On to first, and there were 2 down. With that, here's how the hometown Red Sox line up in this one. What's the key for them tonight, Harold?
Well, Matt, they hit for a high average, and they're winning games. When they hit, they win. It's very simple. And they hit for high average all the way through the top of the order. They put the ball in play. They don't strike out a lot. This is a tough lineup to get out.
Here's Chris Johnson now. He comes into play with a batting average in the respectable 270s. First delivery to him on the way. Down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Right side hit hard. And he'll get to the bag in time. What a do-it-yourself masterpiece. Another look at the fine play at first that concludes matters here in the inning. Back with more on a Thursday night following this. Here's Miguel Sano. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Here comes the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. The windup and the 0-1. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Knuckleball, strike three called as that thing came back over the plate, one away.
Okay, let's take a look at the defense for the Boston Red Sox, brought to you by Majestic. And I'm looking down there at the catcher position, Giovanni Soto. This guy calls a great game, and everybody loves throwing to him when they got a chance to have him behind the plate. Calls a great game.
So here's Joe Mauer. His career numbers against Stephen Wright. The pitchers owned him. He's a paltry 1 for 11. Into the windup and the pitch. Gets ahead with a knuckleball right over the outside corner. Now here's the pitch. A swing from Mauer as he pulls this on the ground out to second. Throw to first is in time as Mauer becomes out number 2.
Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Eduardo Escobar.
Striding in, Eduardo Escobar. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And this is going to be a foul ball. Here's the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Liner towards second, but this is right to Pedroia, and the inning is over. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They trail in this one 3-0. Here's Chris Young. First time to the plate for him, and he's carrying an eye-popping batting line with him, up in the 360s to start play. First offering on its way. Swing and a line drive. Foul.
That's a foul ball.
And here's a curveball that just about got away as it misses inside for a ball.
That curveball is a pitch you have to get on top of, or else it'll take off just like that one did.
Here's the 1-1 now to Young. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And another foul ball. Here he comes again, 1-2. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box.
He's just fouling them off till he gets something he wants to hit.
chopped weakly to the left. Throw just in time, and oh, that was awfully close.
All right, time for the majestic defensive alignment for the Twins. Well, this team is really going to be busy today. You look at how this pitcher's been struggling all season. All you got to do is look at that ERA. That tells me he's given up a lot of balls hit, and the defense is going to be very, very busy in this one.
Here's the catcher, Giovanni Soto now. The average for him entering play, not far north of 200. First pitch coming. Here it is. And this is down at knee level as it's chopped foul at home plate. The 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike two. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And here's a fastball on 0-2, but it misses. 1-2 now.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
Curveball, or maybe even the circle change there. 2-2 regardless.
Having a hard time putting this hitter away here. And when I was looking at the tape on him from his last start, this is what I saw a lot of. He's not closing the door on guys. And when that's the case, they eventually get a pitch that they can do something with.
And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball four.
Two ways to look at this walk. If you're the hitting coach, you say that's a great AB. Down 0-2 and you work the walk. But if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
At the plate, Rusney Castillo. And you can see his home road splits there. He has not fared very well in front of the home crowd, oddly enough. He's set, and the pitch. A little bouncer. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out. Ready for another chance? Xander Bogaerts. A base hit in his first trip. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here as they didn't want to chance it even with two outs.
Another hit, another multi-hit game. He has been on some kind of hot streak. They better start paying attention to him.
Striding in once again, Dustin Pedroia. Twos all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And this is fouled back and out of play. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Line toward the gap in left center. And that gets down as he can't get there in time. And that'll bring home another as they open it up to a 4-0 advantage now.
Man, he turned on that fastball right there. Ripped the line drive and scored the run easy.
In now, Mookie Betts, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. The 1-0 delivery. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Grossman going back on it. He makes the play. A great catch on the run to retire the side. Some more of the colorful characters here at the ballpark tonight. Thursday night baseball rolls on. We'll have more after this. Here's Robbie Grossman. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fouled back. Here's a ball hit softly down to third. And now a jump throw against his body. And the throw will not be in time, as I don't think he was going to get him anyway, but a fine effort nonetheless.
Looking at this one, it's obvious he should have just hung on to it instead of throwing it to first. As it is, I think they'll score a hit and an error, and he's in scoring position.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Well struck, but foul over by the coaching box. No one out with a runner at second. 0-1 pitch, and he can't make contact on the bender. 0-2.
Well, that was an awful late swing on a curveball. One of two things. He either didn't pick it up, or he was sitting curveball and had his mind made up that he was going to swing, and the break broke before he expected it.
And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
Well, when your average is down that low, you'll take any kind of hit. He'll take that all day long right there.
Polanco.
Into the box, Jorge Polanco. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Runners at the corners here, nobody out. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or are you still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher.
Back to first, so they get the double play, but the run does come in to score.
Up next for the
It certainly looked like they might have had a big inning cooking there with first and third and no outs, but the double play kind of kills it. They did get the run in, but the batter doesn't get credit for an RBI.
Here's Byron Buxton now. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2.
He's really put himself now in a position where he's got to battle. Took the first 2 strikes, didn't swing.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Twins get a run on 2 hits. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Red Sox 4 and the Twins 1. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Hanley Ramirez. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3. And he lays off there 1-0.
There's no way around it. This has been a rough start on the mound, so it'll be interesting to see how long that man is going to let him go. Maybe he settles in and can give you another inning or so, but I wouldn't bet on it at this point.
A swing and a miss at a ball down.
That's a good changeup. Got him to swing early in it. Now you got him set up. You can go back with the hard fastball or double it up with another changeup.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Lifted in the air out to center field. Grossman patrolling center makes the play, 1 out.
Now batting.
And with that, we give you a look here at the standings entering play in the AL Central.
Moreland.
Digging in to try it again, Mitch Moreland. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch of the at-bat. Skied into straightaway right. Buxton on the move. He gets there, and that's the 2nd out.
Up next for the Red Sox, third baseman.
Digging in for his second at-bat,
Johnson.
Chris Johnson. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. Into the windup and the pitch. And that one stayed up a little high.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball is coming in at that plane right there. Quality take.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Heading out towards shallow right. Buxton is in pursuit. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Down in order go the Red Sox as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Eddie Rosario. He'll try to get it going here to begin the fourth.
Eddie Rosario.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Back goes Betts at the track. The wall. Gone. He finds the short porch for a home run.
Well, when you groove the first pitch a strike, these hitters are going to make you pay. Something tells me I don't have to tell the guy on the mound that anymore. That hurts.
Here's Brian Dozier
The
now.
batter, number 2, second baseman.
As he'll watch a
Brian
knuckleball that dances its way in there for strike one. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And this is fouled back and out of play. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. Curveball got him swinging for the first out.
Hey, every pitcher gives up home runs, some more than others, but the best
batting?
ones forget about
Third
them as soon as the
baseman,
next guy
Miguel
digs into the batter's box.
Sano.
He showed me a lot right there by going after the next hitter and striking him out on only 3 pitches.
Here's Miguel Sano. She'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike one. He's 0 for 1 thus far. The windup and the 0-1. Foul tip held onto behind the plate at strike 2. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. Big swing and a miss at the knuckler, and now there are 2 gone.
This tells me a lot about this guy. He's done a real nice job bouncing back from that home run to strike out the next 2 guys. Sometimes you're going to get taken deep, but it's all about how you respond that really matters.
So here's Joe Mauer. Down the first baseline. This is foul for the first strike. The 0-1. Dribbled to the right side. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Twins do draw closer, however, and they do it via the solo home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. The Red Sox 4 and the Twins 2. Now at the plate, Chris Young comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Center fielder Chris Young.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Out of play.
Been a real big struggle for him so far on the mound. 4 runs and only 3 innings, so it'll be interesting to see if he can settle in at all and make some adjustments, or if this start will continue to run downhill.
On the ground to the left side. Sano fields it cleanly, and a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Now batting, catcher Giovanni Soto.
Here's the catcher Giovanni Soto now. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. First pitch on its way. And here's a ball hit in the air. Castro waits on it. 2 gone.
Now batting, left fielder, Rusney Castillo.
Into the box now, Rusney Castillo. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Line drive to center field. That gets down, and the inning continues. So he picks on the first pitch here and is able to extend the inning.
Well, there's a little 2-out base hit. Maybe start a little 2-out rally. Now he's giving up some runs. A little vulnerable. We've seen him give up runs already in this game. So maybe this is a start of something big.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now, as he'll get out ahead of a changeup and swing through it for strike 1. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him.
Well, now's when he gets nasty. He's 0-2, and you know he's got 5 pitches in his arsenal to put him away. It's almost impossible for the hitter to sit on anything.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Hot shot down the line. And that's in there for a base hit. His 3rd hit of the game.
Breaking his heart, Matt. Breaking his heart. You got 2 quick outs. He's thinking he's going to cruise through this thing, and now look at him. Boom, boom. Base hits coming back at you. That's why you have to complete the inning.
Digging in once again, Dustin Pedroia, looking to make it 3 straight 2-out hits here. He's got a runner in scoring position at second. He's ready now. The pitch. Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Some movement now in the Minnesota bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. And this one's in the dirt. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Another 0-2 home. Now a breaking ball runs in on him as he's got to get his hands out of the way on that pitch.
Well, giving up hits is one thing, but judging by that last pitch, he doesn't have any consistency with his release point right now. He doesn't know where it's going, and he knows it.
Now the double steal is on here. Hit to third. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Boston strands a couple, but they still lead this one 4-2. In the switch hitter, Eduardo Escobar. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Eduardo Escobar.
Into the windup and the pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. The windup and the 0-1. And a knuckleball over the outside corner. So 2 pitches in a row on the outside corner for strikes. You think he stays out there?
I think he does. One thing you don't want to do, though, Matt, it's not a good idea to throw the same hitter, the same pitch 3 times in a row, back to back to back, but I think he might throw it here.
The center fielder, Robbie Grossman.
Here's Robbie Grossman. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit to short. On to Moreland, and that's in time for the 2nd out.
Up next for Minnesota, catcher Jason Castro.
Jason Castro, the catcher, is in. A base hit in his first trip. First offering on its way. Just a tick behind for a strike.
Well, Matt, that's 2 quick outs, but if you look at the pitch count, it's way down low. He's being aggressive, and so are they. He's got a chance to get through this one.
And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Smoke toward third. Johnson's got it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Down go the Twins in order. They trail it here 4-2. Here's Mookie Betts. He'll start things out in the home half of inning number 5. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
Now on 0-2, I don't think we're going to see any more hittable fastballs. If we see one at all, it'll probably be extended out of the zone, or at least that'll be the intent.
I like the pitch right there. Got him to chase a fastball out of the zone. I'd come back with it again.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first out.
Now batting, designated hitter, Hanley Ramirez.
Ready once again, Hanley Ramirez. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Oh, what a pitch to start the at-bat there. It's 0-1.
Matt, this is a crazy game. I mean, the thing you stress, right? First pitch strikes. He's doing it. 80% of the time, he's throwing first pitch strike to hitters. The problem is he's giving them too much to hit, and as a result, they've been hitting him hard.
Throw, and he's called out on a close play at first.
Now batting, first baseman, Mitch Moreland.
Ready for another shot now, Mitch Moreland. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. There's a high foul ball as it finds a lucky fan in the upper deck for a souvenir. Ball 1. (4-2) our score here as we play inning number 5. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. The pitch. Grounded up the first baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Here's another 1-2. Grounded to the right. There is Dozier. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. Red Sox go down 1-2-3 as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jorge Polanco comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Into the windup and the pitch. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory, and no one will get this one. The windup and the 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
Again, a 1-2. Again, he sends it out of play.
That was the 4th foul ball in this at bat. He is really making him work.
Another one sent foul. 50th pitch of the game on its way. Another foul ball, and this battle will continue. Another 1-2 delivery. Hit down the line at first. And this is by Moreland, and down the line, a fair ball.
Well, he saw everything in the kitchen sink. He fouled off a bunch of pitches and then was able to get the pitch he wanted and get a base hit.
Here's Byron Buxton now. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. In there, strike one. 0-1, here's the pitch. And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. The next 0-2. High in the air out towards shallow right. Betts has a read on it. One down. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
The left fielder, number 20, Eddie Rosario.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Eddie Rosario. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. A breaking ball taken on the inner corner. Boys, we see the pitch count. It's hard to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch this efficiently.
Yeah, Matt, it's incredible to watch him go after guys. He's forcing a lot of early contact, and they haven't done a whole lot with the balls they put in play against him.
And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Brian
Ready for another
Dozier.
chance? Brian Dozier. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. There's a knuckleball that dances right over the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Chopped foul at the plate here, and it's 0-2. We're in the 6th inning now of a 4-2 ball game. Hit hard to the right side, but foul, so we'll see if he can straighten that out. Can't quite get the low outside corner there. It's 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level.
That's probably not what he...
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. 1 left for Minnesota. Still down by a count of 4-2. Michael Tonkin to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 59, Michael Tonkin.
Here's Chris Johnson now. He'll do battle with a new arm out there in their half of the 6th.
Third baseman, Chris Johnson.
Now a swing and a fly ball. Buxton has the best view of this one, so he'll take it for the first out.
Now batting, center fielder, Chris Young.
Digging in once again, Chris Young. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Hit softly on the ground to third. Throw won't get him.
Well, that base hit right there extends the streak to 10 games. When you start getting hits over 10 games, you've been pretty consistent over the last 2 series you've been playing. Really good ball right now.
Striding in once again, Giovanni Soto. 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit weakly back to the mound. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out.
Up next for the Red Sox.
Digging in and looking for more, Rusney Castillo. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Not his best effort that time. It's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Two out here and a runner at second. Hot shot to third. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And a good effort as he's able to stick with it and get the third out of the inning. Red Sox leave 1, but they still lead this one 4-2. Welcome back to Fenway Park here in the great city of Boston. Red Sox on top in this one as we get set for the 7th. But first, here's a look at our game summary to this point. Digging in now.
Leading off for the Twins, third baseman, Miguel Sano.
There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. And some action now in the Boston bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now. Trying to strike him out for the 3rd time. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out. A strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Stepping in now, Joe Mauer. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. The windup and the 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
Hey, he's really on a roll right now on the mound. Back-to-back strikeouts to wrap up the last inning, and now he started this frame with the same story. 4 straight strikeouts in all.
Eduardo Escobar standing in. As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And this is drifting foul back into the stands.
Wow, he's cruising right now out there. 4 straight punch outs and working on number 5.
Foul toward the third base dugout, but this will get back into the seats out of play. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center, but he'll flag this one down toward the alley. Nearly trouble, but instead the inning is over. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They trail it here 4-2. Ready for another shot now. Xander Bogaerts. He's working on a 3-hit ball game right now. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time. The 0-1 on its way. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. And this is swung on and missed, and the American League's leading hitter is gone on strikes, 1 away.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. 1-0 home to Pedroia. Hit to first. Mauer is there, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Up next for the Red Sox, right fielder, Mookie Betts.
Ready once again, Mookie Betts. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
Pretty easy takes to start out this at bat. None of those pitches were even close to the strike zone.
2-0 count. Here it comes. Hard hit ball to second. Dozier has it. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. Down in order go the Red Sox as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. Here's Robbie Grossman. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there.
Center fielder, Robbie Grossman.
Tyler Thornburg has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
47, Tyler Thornburg.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Swinging a high pop-up straight back, though it looks as though he'll have room back there. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Now batting.
With that, we'll give you a look at our starter comparison for the 2 starting pitchers in the game, and the column to look at is the one on the right side of your screen. Not too many hits to go around at this point in the ball game. Striding in, Jason Castro. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. Getting late, 4-2 our score as we play the 8th inning. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
Not a great spot to be in right here, 2-0, but I'm not so sure why he's pitching this guy so cautiously. A bottom of the order guy you don't normally see getting pitched like this.
2-0 pitch on the way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Now a ball fouled down the right field line out of play, so that'll move the count to 2-2 now. Set to deal on 2-2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8. Getting late. 8th inning now from Fenway with the Red Sox on top as you get a look at our game's line score to this point. Digging in to try it again, Jorge Polanco. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. A swinging bunt to the mound. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Down go the Twins in order. Still down by a count of 4-2.
Your attention, please. Now
new pitcher coming on, and it looks to be the right-hander Matt Belisle. Here's the left fielder, Hanley Ramirez. He'll have a new pitcher waiting for him as we begin their half of the 8th.
Hanley Ramirez.
This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
This is exactly what they didn't want. Leading off an inning, and he goes up and he's swinging at everything. His balls aren't even close. He's got to make him work a little bit.
And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Here comes another 0-2. And this is swung on and missed that time by Ramirez. A strikeout victim, and there's one away.
Up next
There's
for
the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Moreland.
I had him lunging there as he's just able to tap it foul at home plate.
Tell you what, this is the wrong guy to flirt around with. He's been swinging about really good in this series, and he hasn't got a hit in this game yet. But I'm going to tell you what, I wouldn't mess with him.
The windup and the 0-1. And he goes the other way as this is hit high and deep out to straightaway left. And it bangs off the monster.
Well, the Green Monster comes into play. You don't see that many other places. I don't think any other place. That's the coolness of Fenway Park and the Green Monster. You get held to a single, but man, you hit a ball off the monster. You can tell everybody that one.
Here's Chris Johnson now. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Set to deliver the 0-1. And this one's tapped foul at home plate.
Well, he fouled that breaking ball off a little bit early. Timing not quite there. Had a fastball to pitch before. He just got out in front of that breaking ball.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And this is going to be fouled into the diamond level seats. Ready with another 0-2. Now a fastball here that'll wisely lay off, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a ball hit foul heading for the seats. So another foul ball here, and it remains 1-2. Here he comes again, 1-2. Lying toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
The batter.
So striding in, Chris Young is working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Dozier ranging to his right. On to Mauer, it's a double play, and that ends the inning. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Back with more on a Thursday night following this. The historic old State House here in Boston. Welcome back to baseball here at Fenway Park. Here's Byron.
Leading off for the Twins, right fielder Byron.
Ninth inning save situation coming up now as they'll entrust Craig Kimbrell with the baseball here as he'll try and close things out.
Craig Kimbrell.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
Tries to drop one down here, but he misses. Strike two. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
Into the box now, Eddie Rosario. And he'll try and hold off the swing, but this one's in there for strike one. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And the pitch. And he popped him up over toward the left side of the infield. And there's out number 2.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Brian Dozier.
Here's Brian Dozier now. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. 2 out, nobody on. And that's cut on and missed. So now the Twins are down to their final strike here.
See what happens when you work fast, you stay aggressive, and you come right after guys. Man, you get great results. 2 quick outs, and now he's 0-2 on this hitter.
And he gets strike 3 called to end it here. And with that, this one is over.
Just more of the same from Craig Kimbrel. He comes out of the bullpen and fires a scoreless 9th inning to pick up the save. Business as usual from one of the best in the game.
4-2 the final score tonight. Stephen Wright notches his 3rd win of the year. Craig Kimbrel wraps it up for the save, his 14th. So that'll just about do it. For Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
The final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Boston Red Sox. 4 runs on 11 hits. 1 error. They left 7 men on base.